Lily, are you in the clean towels I just took out of the dryer? Huh? Do you think that basket's for Lily to sleep in? Those were clean. Those were clean towels that you decided to jump in. You are never bored if you have a dachshund. Lily. Of Vlogmas, and one more day of our 12 treats of Christmas will be done, and then I'll share you on all the other craziness that's happening here on the month of December. But today is this is a fun treat, and you don't need the oven, you just need a freezer. You will need your mixer or an immersion blender, both will work. And did I mention this was fun? And we need fun because oh, it has been so dark and gloomy here for days. The weather has been just bonkers. There's no other word for it. The last couple of days, we've actually set records for how warm it has been. I think we reached 54 Fahrenheit yesterday, and yeah, we're in December, almost mid-December. It's rained so much. We have had so much rain. And it's just, I can't remember the last time we really saw the sun for any length of time. I am so over it. I will take snow and sun and even, I hate to say this, even cold, if it means it's brighter and just, you know, this gloominess is just for the birds. So I am happy we're making something, and I'm very grateful we've been doing Vlogmas because you have all helped me keep my spirits up and keep going by knowing I'm going to be talking to you all every day. It's really helping. It really is. It's just blah. So we are making, I've been making this for a while. I guess I'll keep you waiting a little longer. I started making this a few years ago when I realized the expiration date on the whipping cream was going to go bad soon, and we still had a lot left, and I don't want to waste it. So I said, I wonder if I can do this, and I could, and it did, and it's become a tradition. The family waits all winter, all summer for me to make these in the winter. We are going to be making frozen whipped cream tops for hot chocolate, coffee, tea, whatever you want to do. And I make these every year. Now we're making two kinds. We're making the traditional dairy, 35% fat, whipping cream, heavy cream, whatever you call it. We're gonna use that, and we're also gonna make a dairy-free version that I've been doing the last couple years for Grace. And honestly, it tastes really good, both of them. They really do. So, so first we're gonna start on the kind with dairy. And like I said, these are so yummy. They are so yummy. And they're easy, and it's a great way if you have, because especially considering what I've been paying for our whipping cream, and I told you all that in yesterday's video. I'm not going to rant about it again. I don't want to waste any of it. And we're actually going to make a couple of things with the whipping cream today. I thought we might try some creamer. I tried that pumpkin pie creamer back in the fall. That was delicious. And I liked it so much, I thought, well, let's see what they have in the store. And they had some really nice looking ones, and oh my goodness, the ingredients in these and the amount of sugar and other stuff in them shocked me. And then I found what I thought, oh, I don't want to say the brand, but there was a brand in the section, I believe it was dairy free. And its label and its whole advertising is it's healthy. And I'm like, okay, but I'm gonna look anyway. And I'm glad I did, because it had a couple of questionable ingredients in it, which really makes me mad because it's marketed to be healthy. And it wasn't. So I thought, okay, we are gonna try and make our own. I know the Grinch creamer is really popular. There's a bunch of different ones. So I'm gonna try one, maybe two and see if we can copy them. Of course, I don't know what some of them taste like because I've never really tried them, but I figure if they taste good, then I will share it with you all, and you all can try making your own. So that's what we're going to be doing today. As I said, I am using my immersion blender because it goes so much faster. This is going to whip up in seconds. But you can use your KitchenAid mixer, absolutely, or a hand mixer. It just takes a while with the hand mixer. I will tell you, there's a couple of tips I have learned from doing the hand mixer. Put your bowl that you're gonna be using in the freezer too. Get that nice and cold. Get your beater or beaters, depending on what kind you're using. Get that nice and cold. Obviously keep your whipping cream cold. Everything whips up better and quicker if everything is icy cold. You don't need to worry about that with the immersion blender though.
Be sure to hit that thumbs up. And be sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell so you don't miss any videos.
My immersion blender came with this little cup that you can just blend in. I love it. I have just under 2 cups of whipping cream left here because that's what was left in my my one container from yesterday when I made my disastrous caramel sauce, which you all have, I've had a few people tell me I did cook it too long, and I had a feeling I did. I've been researching it. There is a way I can save it. Apparently I need to just go boil it again. It also says to maybe wipe my pot with water as it's boiling, because any crystals that come up when you go to pour that out of the pot, if they mix with those crystals, that will also cause it to seize and do what it did. So I'm gonna make it again. I'm gonna make it again. Maybe we'll make it together here in the next couple of days. And I'm hoping this isn't totally unsavable. I really hope not. I know I can make candies out of it, but I mean, it is rock hard now. I'm gonna have to remelt it. And maybe I'll put it in some molds and pop them out, and we kind of have homemade Werthers. So I am just going to, I start blending a little bit. So I'm gonna make some plain whipped cream, but I use maple syrup to sweeten mine. And we're just gonna do a plain one with maple syrup and one with maple syrup, and we're gonna try the chocolate extract. So we're gonna make 2 kinds of both, the dairy and non-dairy. A good glug. That's probably 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Its merry way, and for every single child, there's a gift on Santa's sleigh. The first flake of snow. All right, so I'm just gonna taste it. You don't want to go too far, you're going to make butter, sweetened butter. And of course I made a mess. That is perfect. Just sweet enough, but not too sweet. Okay, so like I said, I am going to divide half of this. And I have this, I love this, I got this. And it holds your decorating bag. You do not have to use a decorating bag. You can use ice cube trays. You can use candy molds. You can just use a spoon and plop them into circles. I just thought it would be fun to, I like to do them in swirls. Helps me practice because I am by no means a cake decorator. Okay. I want to cut the tip pretty big, and we're just going to pipe over here. So I have a cookie sheet lined with parchment. And I am just gonna, like I said, I am not a cake decorator. I'm gonna do my best. I probably could have whipped that just a little bit longer. That's okay, it's going in the freezer. And that's it. That's all there is to it. And I find this, I swirl, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That fits probably usually our hot chocolate mugs. That one is just gonna be a little one. And I'm gonna do, so now I'm gonna add some of this, my chocolate extract. Just a little bit. Probably about a teaspoon. I'm gonna go ahead and whip that up. I'm probably gonna, I'm gonna immersion blend it again. I love this holder. If I can find it, I will link it down in the description box, and it will also be a pinned comment. I will also link my immersion blender that I'm using because I absolutely love it. It has become probably one of my favorite tools in the kitchen. And I'd almost put it right up there with a must-have. It definitely makes life easier. Now I just have to remember the second row is the chocolate ones. Okay, so that one is done. These are gonna go into the freezer and set up for a little bit. It'll take a little bit depending on your freezer. So I'm gonna go put these ones in the freezer and then we'll make the dairy-free ones. Okay, the dairy-free whipped cream is in the freezer. And now we're gonna get started on the homemade coffee / tea / hot chocolate creamer. In my saucepan here, I'm just gonna get my burner on. I have 1.5 cups of sweetened condensed milk and 1 cup of my whipping cream. You can choose to use regular milk if you don't want to use the whipping cream, but I'm gonna do this. Now, if you are used to those commercial creamers, sorry, I just want to make sure my camera is not on the burner, my tripod rather. If you're used to those commercial creamers, you're probably going to want to add maple syrup to this to make it taste like, you know, the stuff you're buying, because it will certainly be sweet. I find this very sweet already, so I'm not going to add any more sweetener to it. I tasted it, and that sweetened condensed milk is sweet. I do not need to add any more sugar. So we are just gonna cook this for about 5 minutes until it starts to boil a little bit. And then I think I'm gonna make a chocolate creamer myself. I don't have any hazelnut extract, which means I have to make some. And I like peppermint, but I only like drinking peppermint, like peppermint tea, if I'm not feeling well. I'm not a big fan of it in my hot chocolate or my regular tea, so we are just gonna skip the peppermint kind, but I will make this chocolate one because I think this would be amazing, not only in my tea, but I think it's gonna be great in hot chocolate to add a little bit more even delicious chocolatiness with one of our frozen whipped cream toppings. Okay, so we are gonna bring this to a boil, lower it, and then cook it for about 5 minutes. Okay, so I cooked that for about 5 or 6 minutes just on low, and in true Lun fashion again, I decided I split it in half, and I am gonna try and make 2 kinds. So I am gonna add a little bit of vanilla to this one. I think I'm gonna add vanilla to both. Yeah. So I'm gonna do half a teaspoon. I'll start out with less, and then if it needs more, we'll add more. So a half a teaspoon of vanilla in there. Half a teaspoon in there. And then I'm gonna add a teaspoon of the unsweetened cocoa powder to that one. And I'm gonna add the same amount of cinnamon. Hopefully I don't spill this. Bad thing to be doing this over it. My home ec teacher, Mrs. Hollowell, would be horrified to see me measuring over the thing I'm putting it in. Sorry, Mrs. Hollowell. I'm just gonna give it a quick blitz. I'm going to do the same thing to the other one, and I have a cup of tea over here that I've just split in 2, and we're going to taste them. I'm not going to add anything else to my tea, just so I can get a rough idea what these taste like. I can tell you they smell amazing. Okay, chocolate first. Cheers. It smells good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, friends. Wow. That is, you have to make it. You have to make this. This is amazing. That tastes so good. Oh my goodness, that tastes so good. Oh, I definitely would not add, I personally would not add any sweetener to that milk mixture. That sweetened condensed milk is more than sweet enough. It's honestly bordering on too sweet for me. But so I think I'll add more of the whipping cream or less of the condensed milk than that, because I'll be making this all winter. This, I don't even want to try the cinnamon one because this chocolate one is so good. I have no honey in this tea, nothing. It's just black tea with some of that creamer. That is so good. Oh my goodness. Okay, cheers to the cinnamon one. Oh. Wow, that's good too. That is really good. Very warming. I really like that. Sorry, I think I have a milk mustache. That's really nice. For some reason, it doesn't taste as sweet. I might not have as much tea in this mug as I did in this one, but it's good. I do like that one. I probably would make it again, but one's definitely my favorite. That is so delicious. That is so good. Okay, I'm gonna put these in a container. I'm trying to think, what do I have? I think I have some little pitchers. I don't know if they have lids though. I want to put these in lids because, yeah, I'll be drinking that all week. Oh my goodness, that is so good. Yeah, I recommend you make that chocolate one for sure. The cinnamon one is good. That's delicious. Oh, and let's face, is it cheaper? I don't know, because my whipping cream is so stinking expensive. But yes, I still think it's cheaper than buying the store-bought creamers, but more importantly, it's certainly a lot healthier for you. We know what is in that. I buy clean ingredients, sweetened condensed milk. So I also know what's in that and what isn't, more importantly. So, oh yes. Okay, we're gonna go into the living room and have just a little chat, and I wanna show you something that I got early for Christmas, and I'm pretty excited about it. Okay, just quick up, it hasn't been any time for you, but it's been a few minutes. I put another tea bag in here, added some more water, let it steep, and it's less sweet. So it's definitely, I didn't have enough tea in there, but it is so good. Oh, it is so good. I already drink too much tea, so it's probably not a good thing. So I wanted to come into the living room because I wanted to show you. Like I said, I got something for Christmas a little early, though I'm not using it. I'm going to wait. Possibly, we'll see. But so David and I have been married a long time. We celebrated 30 years this summer. We've been together 34 altogether. High school sweethearts. And the last few years for Christmas, we tend to buy like one or two gifts together that we need, that we want for the house or whatever it may be. One year it was our television. 1 year it was our fireplace. That actually ended up being anniversary and Christmas that year, and my birthday and his birthday. So we got all in one sweet swoop. So we've done different things, and because, you know, we're at that stage in our lives when if we need something or we want something, we kind of get it throughout the year. We don't necessarily wait. And we could not think of anything this year. And I said, well, you know, so we've just kind of picked up little things for each other. Well, I've picked up little things for him. I don't know what he's gotten for me, but I've done pretty good. And he actually got one of his presents early too, because he got I got him a beard oil balm kit thing that has everything in he needs, where he's grown out his beard, which I love. And he's been suffering, and I see him looking when we go into the stores at all the beard stuff, and I'm like, he's gonna end up buying some stuff before. So I gave him this cute kit. It looks nice on the sink, and he'll be able to take care of that and soften it up and trim it up and all that. So I can link that down there too. I got that for a great deal. I don't know if it's still on, and it's really nice. It's beautiful packaging, and I got it for a really good price too. So I hope it's still on for the price I got it for. So anyway, we were talking, and I kind of wanted a new blender. In my dream world, I would get a Vitamix, but that's just ridiculously overpriced. And my Ninja's been working, but I can tell it's struggling. And it used to be a two-piece Ninja where you have the blender and the food processor container. And I loved the food processor one. I loved it. And it broke. It broke. And I replaced it with this cheap old food processor that I just picked up. And it's okay. But it's definitely, you can tell I didn't pay a lot for it. But it's okay. And, you know, I was like, all right. And it hit us like, why don't we get one of them as part of our gift to each other? And I said, oh, that would be great if they're on sale, because they can be pretty pricey. So then we were also talking, I've been making a lot of haddock and things, and shallow frying them, and batter, and we've been like on this kick. It's so good, because fat is not our enemy, especially good fats, and it's a good way for us to get the healthy fats into us. But I hate cooking this way, because not only is it messy, oh, it's so messy, the grease goes everywhere, I burn myself constantly. So we have an air fryer, but sometimes you just need a deep fryer. But I didn't want another big bulky thing. And David said, well, I'd love to have a deep fryer, because he said, I miss having one. And I said, oh. So we went out, and lo and behold, both of those things, the deep fryer and the Ninja set, were on sale. Plus we had points saved that we could cash in. So we ended up getting both these things for an unbelievably good deal today. Like, I am so stoked. We got a very good deal, and we weren't sure if they would be that good a deal after Christmas. And this way we can use it through, if I do need to open it and use it. I put it under the tree, both of them, for now. I'm pretty excited to share it with you. So this is what we got. So this is, of course, on the French side. This is the Ninja we got. And this is what I mean, like, you have the blender and then you have the food processor. And this part of my old one broke. And I mean, we've had our old one for a long time. I think it's one of the first ones to come out, actually. I know we've had it a long time because we brought it with us to this house, and we've been here for 10 years. So she's been used a lot. This one is new, and it has a timer, and it has different buttons that mine doesn't have. So I am super happy to have this back, especially. And we figure we can sell our old system, you know, for very inexpensively, and including the food processor, and that will go towards the purchase of these two. It also came with these two blend cups, which my old one did not come with. So this is nice to have, because Grace and I especially love smoothies. And we have a little teeny one that we can do for individual smoothies, just a cheap old bullet thingy I got at a yard sale, I think, a few years ago. I think I paid $5 for it, but we can't do more than one smoothie in it. So this, now we can. So we got this. This is probably more for me, but I mean, we'll use it as a family. And then down below, I will adjust you here. There it is the deep fryer we got. I mean, I did a little bit of research on deep fryer, but not a huge amount. Tefal's, you know, usually pretty good brand, but it was a good price. And I'm telling you, with the two things here, plus with our points, plus we got filters, because David's changing the filters, or the oil in our vehicles. I'm trying to take that price off. I think we paid under $200 for both things. Does that sound right? I think around there, because we paid, like I said, we cashed in points. So I think that's a very good price. I think God was telling us, hey, go look, these things are on sale. So, yeah, so what I like about this, again, it's on the French side. Why is everything on the French side? I don't read French. I mean, I live in Canada, I don't read French. But this has a drain and filtration tray for the oil, which I thought was pretty cool. It's not too big. It's compact, which I really like. And where I'm selling some other things, I'll not have room for this. But we're so excited to try this, probably for New Year's Eve especially. Maybe making some things and stuff for fun. But yeah, so these are our purchases today for each other for Christmas. I am so happy. You have to tell me, do you do that with your spouse? Do you tend to buy, you know, a big item for, you know, for each other for Christmas, or what? It's getting harder as we've been married longer. Like I said, to get, you know, I mean, if I won the lottery, I could spoil him rotten with the things I would love to get him. But until that time, this works out great for us, and we've been doing this for quite a long time now. We also tend to go out Boxing Day, which is the day after Christmas here, and everything's drastically reduced. So we try not to buy too much now, even for the kids, especially now that they're older, because they like going out and seeing what kind of deals they can get and using any gift cards or money they might get and getting more bang for their buck. So we do have a plan to go out as a family Boxing Day bright and early and hit the mall. And there's a couple of things we're looking for that I know are going to be cheaper after Christmas than they are now. If they don't have them, they don't have them. It's not something we are going to die if we don't get. So I just wanted to share that with you, and just, you know, curious if you all do that with your spouse too. I can't wait to use that Ninja. I don't know if I'll be waiting till Christmas. I might be hauling that bad boy out in the next week or so, especially the food processor, because I really miss having that. I loved that, and I'm so excited to try it, and David's excited to try the deep fryer. So, all right, probably have a few more minutes to the whipped creams are frozen enough that I can show you one. Man, I'm going to be buzzing between trying that and trying a hot chocolate with them. It's a good thing I got lots to do today, because I'm going to be buzzing all around here. So we'll come back, and I'm going to finish my amazing tea here with my homemade creamer, and I will meet you back here in a little bit when those things are a little bit more solid. Our frozen whipped cream are frozen enough that we can get them off of here. So I just have some wax paper in this bowl here. And that's just to help keep them from sticking together, because I'm going to pile them up. We are going to try one. I think one of the next ways I'm going to try, and I keep meaning to and I forgot, is I'm going to make up some whipped cream, spread it all out on a cookie sheet once it's nice and thick after I blend it up, and get it solid, and then cut them out with cookie cutters. I think that would be really cute to have some shapes, and I think little ones would have a blast with that. But for today, we did these ones. But I will be making more of these through the winter. I'll be lucky if these get us through Christmas break. Back into the freezer they stay, and when you want one, you just take it out. Okay, we're gonna add some hot water. And now remember, they're a lot bigger, the ones I kept, but then we just put, these are already melting. Sorry, David needed my help with something for a minute, so they started melting, but they're good. All right, and we're gonna use one of our spoons that we made a few days ago, if I can get them out of this thing. There we go. And stir, stir, stir. Normally, they don't melt so quick, but these were already melting because, like I said, David needed my help with something, so I had to stop. So, some fun treats for this day 11 of Vlogmas. One more day to go. Tomorrow I'm making Gracie's favorite cookie. And it doesn't have a long shelf life, and it's very, very fragile, which is why we're making them on our last day of day 12. And come back to day 13th, we're gonna bake up all the treats that we froze. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna package them all up, and then David's gonna take all those goodies into work. Let me just try this hot chocolate. That is good. I'm gonna be bouncing off the walls between this and that creamer I had, but oh, that's yummy. And you can sweeten this. It doesn't have to be maple syrup. You can sweeten it with honey. You could sweeten it with powdered sugar. I wouldn't use regular sugar because it would probably be grainy. You could sweeten it with stevia. You could sweeten it with whatever sweetener of your choice. I chose maple syrup because, well, we love it. It's one of our favorite flavors, and it sweetens whipped cream beautifully. But also, we are Canadian after all. See you back here tomorrow for day 12.